Right, well, it's been a while now since I put any videos on, because quite honestly I've been just busy with other stuff. As some of you know, that I was rather poorly a bit earlier on in the series of videos. Anyway, been going backwards and forwards for tests at the hospital, and long story short, the cancer that I had seems to have gone into remission for the time being, which is brilliant news. My doctors said to me, do you know what, why don't you just go out and enjoy yourself? And I got to go back for regular blood tests, but I'm going to take them at the word and do it. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to go for rides on my Bantam around the area where I live, because I live in East Yorkshire. And my son said, well, if there's any a time, Dad, that, you know, to treat yourself to something, getting those results from the doctor was probably it. So I went out, and he's quite right really, and I bought myself a little GoPro. Can see it. And so what my intention was to ride around East Yorkshire with it either on my helmet or strapped to my chest on as that, and just ride my Bantam around areas of interest in this place really. So that's what I intended to do. I had a couple of trial tests with the GoPro. I filmed my wife walking up and down the 199 odd steps in Whitby to see if it did any of the motion movements and stuff, and that came out alright. I then thought, well, I'll try it, you know, going up and down different areas. They seem to work alright. So I thought, right, well, this is my, you know, let's hope I'm still here treat. I bought a big large memory card for it so that I wouldn't run out of space for that, and everything was going great. I thought, right, well, let's look the part. So I went down to the local motorbike shop, who was clearing out some junk, and I treated myself to a new old style motorbike helmet. I got another one that the kids bought me for Christmas, but you don't know where it's been or anything like that. So I think this was 23 quid. Just an ordinary open face helmet, modern day one. And I'm going to couple that with some goggles so that you know, you can see how that goes. And again, it was my birthday, so for a birthday present, my wife bought me a new old style jacket, and I'll show a picture of it a bit later on. So it looks like a bell staff, because bell staff jackets are just so expensive, but it's a modern day version of it, made out of that Cordoba or whatever they call it. Anyway, that is what I'm going to be riding my bike with. So, good idea, I thought. Next thing, right, let's get the Bantam going then, give it a quick blast up the road, make sure everything's working alright on the bike before we set off to film it. Another good idea. And guess what? Started it up, no problem. Hadn't been run for a couple of months, but it started up more or less about the 4th or 5th kick. Great, piles of blue smoke everywhere, not a problem. Drove out onto the drive, drove down to up the road, no more than 100 yards, and it did what every Bantam seems to do. It stopped. What on earth is wrong with it? Just my luck. Nice day, could have done some filming, but bar ward the Bantam let me down. So bit of a inglorious start really. So I pushed it back, brought it back into the garage, and today's video really is going to be looking at why did it stop. I've no idea. So I've got it up on the ramp at the side of me just here, as you can see in a minute, and then I'm going to have a look and see what the score is and see how what on earth was it that stopped it from working, because you know, normally it's been dead reliable. I don't know what's wrong with it, but let's have a look. Alright, so first things first, first thing I'm going to do, check to see if there's any petrol in it. That's going to be the first thing. So I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to have a quick look in the tank. So as you can see then, I pushed the bike in, put it out onto the ramp, lifted it on with my son, and then let's see, first thing to do is let's check, see if there's any petrol in it. So let's have a look. This is real time, you know, I haven't touched it or anything, it's just stopped. And I've no idea why it stopped, but I'm going to have a look and see. Let's see if there's any petrol in it. Well, I can hear some petrol. Don't know whether if I can see it or not. I'll have to get a torch and see if I can shine a light down there. Hang on. I don't know if you can see it in there. Just see something glimmering, can't you, really, just there. Yeah, there's a little bit of petrol in, but just there, look, can you see it bouncing off? Can't really get to see it with the camera as it is. Step 1, check petrol. So check the petrol, saw it looking down in the tank, enough petrol in there I think for what we need to do. So step 2 is going to be, let's have a look at the spark plug and see if there's a spark. So let's go and do that, and again this is real time checking, so we'll see how it goes and we'll do it. Alright, I'm going to stop it for a moment. So it's on its ramp, I'm going to pump it up. There we go. Let's get the safety bar in. Yeah. Last thing we want really is the frame to go down. Yes, I know that I could have knelt down, taken the spark plug out, but what's the point in having a ramp when it's there? So got my spark plug spanner. Let's have a look. Yeah, looks alright. I have to wear my glasses nowadays. Yeah, light greyish brown. Looks alright. You probably can't see it. Yeah. I'll try and take a photograph of it to show you what it's like. So, kickstart's on the other side. Let's move it around and see. I have to go over there. It's on the other side. So I'm going to check the spark plug. See if there's a spark, because that was the main thing we did. Let's see if I can see it. Right, what I might do is, you probably can't see it, so I'm going to turn the lights out. So we know that we've got petrol in the tank. We know that we've got a good spark. So let's just put the spark plug back in on the back. Almost there. Good. So we know that everything's okay with that. So we know we've got petrol inside there. We know we've got spark, but now is the petrol on here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and I'm going to see if the petrol's flowing from there downwards. And then we'll see what else there is to be seen. So if I remember rightly, that's a 7mm. And this is a good guess, it'll be a 7mm spanner from when we put it on. Oh, look at that, what a memory. So let's check as we go and we'll see what there is. Why did it stop? So again, this is all in real time, so you see me doing it as I'm doing it. And let's have a look. Well, the float looks alright. The plunger looks alright. There looks to be petrol, or is that a scratch or is it muck? Just there. I don't know what that is, but let's just make sure it's nice and crystal clear. So shall we see? So if I pull it, will any petrol come out if I pull it? Yeah, look, petrol's running out. You can see it running out there. No problem at all. So we know we're getting petrol to there, to the carburetor. So what goes now? So what I'm going to do, I don't want to lose these screws. Let's just bob them in there, just for safety. So we won't lose them. Right, well let's have the float out and check the float. The needle looks alright. Float looks cool, just as normal. Doesn't seem to be anything untoward there. So let's have a little dry of it and see if there's anything stands out. No, it looks alright. That looks cool, so let's put that somewhere nice and clean. Last thing we want is contamination anywhere. And let's have a look with a trusty old torch. Oh goodness me. I can see a load of gunk in there. Oh yeah, blimey. I wonder if that's what's caused the bike to stop. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can definitely see muck in there. But what do you expect when it's been stood for ages? So, what do? Well, Let's see if I can sup it out with this. Let's see. Do you know what I might do? I might actually take the carburettor off and put it back onto the bench over here, and let's give it a good proper clean from there. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. So it's air filter off first, then undo this, and then let's undo that. Yeah, let's have a look. Right, air filter first. Go. So can't remember if that's got a nut on the end. Look. It has. Just want an 8. 7. There we go. Okay, so that's the air filter off. Let's throttle out of the way. And we just need to undo that one now. No, that's not an 8. But it's a 9 or a 10. 9. That's now loose. So, all being well, we should just be able to, and I'll pull it off finally from the other side. Let's see if we can get it off. There we are. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, goodness me. Okay, I don't know. Let's put some light down there. Can you see it all? Down there, look. There's the muck. And inside there, there's loads of muck inside the carb. So I just need to clean all that out and see how we're going. Ah dear. Well, there's no point in messing about. Can easily see it in there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. See the muck? Mucky petrol. It's got like a rusty stuff or sand. It's probably the residue of sandblasting when it all got sandblasted years ago. So let's get it all clean and tidy and let's see how we go. That's the reverse fit of everything. Right, well that's up against there. That can't go anymore. There. So I'll just come round and I'll tighten that screw up, or bolt. Oops, let's tighten it up. Nice and tight. Yep, that's not going anywhere. Okay, just while we're here, I'll give that a wipe and check it for any gunk. Looks okay, looks fine. Yeah, looks fine. So get the slide back in. Okay, right. So I'm not happy with that, so I'm just going to bob this off again. Going to come round there. There we go. Told you I wasn't happy with it, but I'm happy with that now. So let's screw that down. That's a lot better, isn't it? And let's just see if it works. Yep, that's a lot better. Perfect. Right. So let's put that back on there. No idea why it didn't do it the first time round, but it's nothing of a job to do that. Let's tighten this back up. Nice and tight. Okay, right. So next thing then we know the petrol's there, we know that's that cut. Let's just give it another quick wipe. Make sure it's nice and clean. Everything looks cool from there. Let's bob the float in. Make sure the float's sitting nicely. Yep. Right, 2 little screws. Let's tighten them up. One. 2. Let's tighten them all the way up. Okay, right, so good old Halford socket set. Okay. Make sure all the tools are put away. Nice and tidy. My granddad had my dad had a saying which was work clean. Let's just make sure it's all nice and tidy. Right. And you know what? I've put it away and I haven't finished because those eagle-eyed of you will have spotted I forgot to do the air freshener, the air strangler air freshener. So back on. So I can get to it easy. Yeah. Right, just tighten that up. Okay. Come on, give me the span back. Okay, right, soon fix that. Okay, right, so let's see where we are then. First of all, we had to check the petrol, which we did on the tank. Made sure that there was some petrol in there, we could see it from there. Then we checked the spark plug. Spark plug's fine, we could see that it was working okay. Then we checked the petrol from the petrol tank down to the carburetor to see if it was flowing. That was okay. Then we had a look at the carburetor and we could see that there was a load of muck and dirt in the carburetor. So we've taken that apart and we've cleaned that and we've done it. So the next step will be to take the bike out of the garage and start it up outside. Why? Because I learned last time that you never start a motorbike inside inside your garage, because it'll fill your house full of two-stroke, and I don't want to get into trouble again. So bear with us while we push the bike out. No point filming that because that's just boring, and then we'll see how we go when we're outside. Okay, right, so we've pushed the bike out from the garage. I know it was a bit boring, there's no point in seeing that really. So we're going to have a go at starting it. So the first thing is we're going to turn the petrol on, and we know that the petrol flows through, and then we're going to use the tickler, and we'll go it until we can see it come out the little hole. Eventually it'll come through. Oh, there we go, can you see it? Can you see it running down there? There, so we know that that's okay, so we'll just turn it off for a second. Don't forget to turn it on. And then we'll pull it up, and then we're going to start it. So, ready? So, we're ready to go. We know what we've done. Here we go. So, stop saying so. What have we learned? We checked the petrol, we checked the spark plug, we checked the petrol flowing through, we checked the carburetor and cleaned out all the rubbish that was in there, put it back together, and it's okay. It must have been that muck that was in the carburetor that stopped it from running. But the proof of the pudding is, you see me take it apart again today, you saw me start it, and she's back riding. There's a rain cloud coming now over here, and I'm not going to go out in the rain doing it. I'm more than happy that it's working great. So thank you for watching, and next time I'm going to show you how to do some routine maintenance on it. Chain tension and grease up and everything, but that's for another video. Thank you for watching.